For Panthers Fans Only is a sports podcast intended for mature audiences and contains profanity as well as extremely spirited conversation. What you see and hear are the sole opinions and depictions of each individual, not at all inclusive of the entire cast or any guests associated with our show. Thanks for tuning in, and always remember to stand on business.
I mean, you just sounded welcome to Four Panthers fans. Like, nigga.
Yeah, because you want us to lose, nigga.
What?
You just want
How?
you be wanting us to lose.
How did it, so you think that I spend my money to go to the games to want us to lose?
No, but it just sometimes when we lose, it just feels that way to me.
And what alludes to that?
Nothing. Like when you had a smirk on your face and you're like, "Oh yeah, I told you we were gonna be mediocre," and that's what we are. We're mediocre.
I mean, is that not the truth? That is. You are what your record says. We're 500. That's mediocre. Is it not?
Is this the way that you want to start? I would prefer. I personally would prefer not to.
Well,
I don't want to beef. I don't want to beef this episode. It's just inevitable that it's going to happen. Like I know that it's going to happen, so I'm trying to just prevent it for as long as possible.
If you were trying to prevent it, then you wouldn't have opened. You wouldn't have said that.
Well, I mean, that's just what God put in my body to say.
Okay, well,
that's what God brought to my spirit to say, nigga, and it just came out.
So every time something dumb, every time somebody says something dumb, just we just blame it on God putting it in your spirit.
In some cases, yeah.
You see how people like to use the spirit of God and use the word of God for it to fit their narrative. Hey, watch out for that. Watch out for that.
Welcome to Four Panthers Fans Only. I'm your host, JJ.
I'm your co-host, Terrence.
I really don't even know how I want to start this, honestly. Well, the first thing that I'm going to say, and let me speak into the mic so there's no confusion, and apologies for my voice. I'm sick. Double sickness, because I think that I already had a cold before the game Sunday. And then, of course, like just what I had to fucking endure and sit through on Sunday made the sickness go up.
Oh, you had a cold for sure.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Not I think.
Well, yeah, you're 100% right. But it just made it worse that we also lost. So now it's like mental sickness and physical.
I damn near knew that was coming as far as like, because the whole Bojangles situation, Biscuitville, just everything just started trending.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Haley bringing those ranch waters.
Yeah,
everything
was just wrong.
You lost your vape for 10 minutes.
Yeah, right under my phone. My praise and worship got interrupted because it was unsettling nigga spirits in my car, so I had to turn that off. It was just you're right. It was just very strange. Everything was very, very off. It was. I'm going to start off by saying that I personally just don't give a fuck about anything that y'all feel or have to say about what I have to say today. That's the kind of energy and mood that I'm in. I sat on Twitter probably for about 4 or 5 hours today, damn near, like just going through just bullshit after bullshit narrative. Niggas like on their knees behind people that had shitty games because I make one statement. I didn't know I was going to strike a chord when I just did a little game review when I got back in town. What did you have to say?
What was the statement?
It was very basic. I said, very soon we're going to have a conversation about 8, but I'm going to chill for the time being. I feel like that's a very standard, generic statement.
Well,
he got clock put in him. Is that fair to say?
Well,
and then, it's just a bad game. It's just a bad game. Well, George Pickens took turns on him and fucking Mike Jackson. Everybody's talking about Khalil was in the slot. Khalil was this. Khalil was that. Yeah, but he also fried his ass a couple of times too. So it's just like, if I say I want to fucking have a conversation about the nigga because he just might not be what the fuck y'all think he is, then that's what it's going to be. But, you know, again, I'm just going to try my best not to get triggered early today.
Well, this is probably going to trigger you. I can see
Sure.
I can see where they're coming from if you didn't have the same energy when, you know, Mike Jackson had his stretch of bad games. And you didn't say, oh, we're going to have a conversation
Did I not?
No,
Did I not?
You defended him.
We didn't have multiple conversations on this podcast about Mike Jackson?
I did.
You initiated them. Like,
Yeah,
just like you always do.
Because
with
nobody
niggas that you get the hating on.
They weren't going to be brung up. They weren't going to be brung up. So, but, you know, you took the Twitter. We're going to have a conversation about 8. But although I don't be on Twitter like that, I just know that there wasn't anything said about, oh, let's have a conversation about Mike Jackson.
That's just simply not true.
Okay.
It's just simply not true. You can go to FPFO's Power Twitter right now and search Mike Jackson, and I promise you, between me or Dylan, the nigga is getting slandered.
No,
on multiple occasions.
They want you to say it.
No, they don't want me to say shit. Niggas don't need to worry about what I say. That's where niggas fuck off.
They worry about what I say all the time. So
no, they don't. No, the fuck they don't. They worry about what you say when you just get the fucking slander XL for no reason.
See, there we go.
Well, nigga, that's what you fucking walked me into it. Is that not what you wanted me to do?
I didn't want you to do anything.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm just setting the standard now. That's just what it is. If you're unfamiliar with the show, I really don't know what to tell you. Welcome to the show. Thanks so much for being here. I'm glad you found us. If you want to subscribe, you can. If you don't, I mean, I personally don't give a fuck with the mood that I'm in today. And like I said, I'm just gonna I'm gonna try my best to be calm and not get worked up. Terrence got me very, very worked up between him and Tavian. Last night when we arrived back from the game, they got me very, very worked up, and I think that shit took my health bar from 50% to about 27%. So I'm going to try my best not to get worked up today. If the Carolina Panthers, this is just how we'll open, with me just saying simply, if the Carolina Panthers don't accomplish what they set out to accomplish this season, there will be 2 main points that they can look back on and point to them fucking the whole season off. And Dave Canales is significantly responsible for this too. And I know that we don't want to have that conversation. I know it makes you guys uncomfortable, but like I said, I'm just not in the mood to really give a fuck. The Arizona game, a game that you know, no question, should have won. But again, we approached the situation, approached the season with a lack of urgency. You know, just kind of going through the motions. Oh, we have all the time in the world to fix X problem. Dave Canales not calling plays during preseason. EJ not calling plays during preseason. Shit just looks mediocre. Oh, no problem, no worries, because we had great joint practices. So that would be the first situation and occurrence they would have to look back on. And the second one would be Sunday. I don't think, like, if I'm just being honest, like, I just think back during this season, look back at the Bills game, the Patriots game, right, even the Jacksonville game. Like, we've had some bad losses this season. I think that this loss, outside of the Chargers, for me, is probably the most disgusted, the Chargers 2 years ago, or last year, rather. This is probably one of the most disgusted times I've ever had with this franchise. Like, God honest truth. God honest truth, bro. Like legitimately. Because what I know and what I saw, right? And everybody tried to say, oh, it wasn't lack of preparation. Actually, my co-host tried to tell me that that this couldn't be considered a trap game. And I was adamant in trying to tell him that it 1,000% could be a trap game, and it had the ability to do so and to be so, and that's what it ended up being.
Do you want to elaborate on, if you were on a live Friday, then you heard me say that I'm not saying that it can't be a trap game because the Saints are 1-7 or whatever they were, 1-8. I'm saying it can't be a trap game because I don't think this team is at the place where they can start labeling what games are trap games and what games are not trap games. Because you should approach every game the same exact way, because you're just not at that point yet. Well, like, you're the Carolina Panthers. Like, you have had mediocre seasons for the last I don't know how many years. So no one should be labeling, oh, this is a trap game, this is not a trap game. One, it's an in-division game. So those games are always going to be a little bit closer than normal. They're always going to be a lot tougher. especially because you see these opponents more than you see other opponents. These opponents know you more than other opponents do. So it's not. That's why I didn't consider it a trap game, and it wasn't because the Saints are 1-8. It was just you can't label it a trap game because you're not at that level yet. That was my only stance.
Okay, I just disagree. I think that the shit was wholeheartedly a trap game, and I think that what we experienced on Sunday embodied it. I understand what you're saying, that if you're in the locker room, if you're one of the coaches, if you're a part of the organization, you're one of the players, that you shouldn't have that in your brain. But just based on human nature, if you're a team that's coming off one of the biggest wins in the past 4 or 5 years as a franchise, and you have a team the following week that is 1-7 or 1-8, based on human nature, unless you're fucking sick in the head, it is natural for you to fucking take a break off of your preparation, so to speak. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what the players have elaborated on. I'm going to play the clip later on in the show of Nick Scorton and what he had to fucking say about niggas getting too big for their britches, niggas having a disillusion on who they are. Right? Just 2-3 short weeks ago, maybe 4, right? We came on this podcast, both of us came on the podcast and said, honestly, we don't know who the Carolina Panthers are, for one, and secondly, we don't know when their next win is coming. We don't know who they can beat, right? And niggas try to slander us because we said that we don't know if we can beat the New Orleans Saints because we don't know what version of the Carolina Panthers that we're going to get. Fast forward 3 or 4 weeks later, sure enough, after coming off of the biggest win in 4 or 5 years against the Green Bay Packers on the road in Lambeau, first time since 2008, you allow the 1-8, 1-7, whatever the fuck they are, New Orleans Saints, walk into Bank of America Stadium and only allow 7 total points offensively and just have mental lapse after mental lapse on defense. So right now I'm not in the best of mood.
And then even leading up into this point, what we were saying in the beginning of the season, what both of us agreed on, even me all the way up until Friday night, I said that the New Orleans Saints, they don't have the necessary talent. Like, a lot of their main guys are older now, like Cam Jordan and Alvin Kamara, but they have a lot of guys on the team who just want to play football, who like to play football. And so that's something that you have to be prepared for. They played a lot of teams close this year, even the Bills. They played a great game against the Bills and ended up coming up short.
Should have won.
Yeah, they should have won that game. So that's how you should be approaching this game as a team. But I guess that all went out the window.
Yeah, I mean, because we approach it with no sense of urgency. But again, it's just like what I've been saying the past 2 or 3 weeks. You assume the personality of your leaders, right? So because Dave Canales has already shown us over the past 2 years that he has a lack of sense of urgency in his approach, when you just look at the preseason, right? That's just what your team assumes. That's the personality that your team is going to assume. So perfect. We have no sense of urgency. So when we have an opportunity to go 6-4, right, to cut in when the Falcons and the Buccaneers both lose against a 1-7, 1-8 team, we'll fuck it off because on Monday we wanted to have a circle jerk because, you know, we beat Green Bay week 9 of the NFL season, like we're not fucking 9-10 weeks away from the end. We wouldn't have a circle jerk victory Monday. You know, our core isn't one of the youngest in the league. Nothing is too serious. We got the Saints next week. That's what we decided to do. That's what we wanted to do. After 3 weeks ago, when Derek Brown said, nah, nigga, we're not doing that victory Monday shit. Then all of a sudden, we get the locker room shit after the game, after the Packers game, and, oh, guys, you guys are being blessed with a victory Monday. Like, you guys have done something. So, you know, it starts from the top. It starts from the top, but the execution on the field was just, I mean, just an atrocity. Just an atrocity. Literally. Watch the network, or excuse me, the broadcast last night. Me and Terrence literally just got finished watching the All 22. Probably about, I was probably locked in for about 20, 25 minutes. After that, I couldn't stand to watch anymore, transparently. We just started setting shit up. Because it's just like, it's just bullshit. Just piss poor. I'm personally I'm personally enraged right now. I'll just be honest. It is. I don't have many words for it. Transparently, it's just bullshit. Lack of accountability in the locker room, lack of sense of urgency, and a missed opportunity. That's how we'll kick the show off. A missed opportunity. That's all it is. And now, right, when you look at the remaining schedule, and I know that we hate looking ahead or whatever the case may be, but when you look at the remaining schedule for the Carolina Panthers, second hardest schedule in the NFL remaining for the Carolina Panthers. Last 8 weeks of the season. So that's what you have to look forward to. So when you have a chance to go ahead and put a fucking team in the dirt, right, you go up 7-0 early, your defense gets a stop, and then, we fucking jack off on 3rd and 12. We don't make the fucking sack. We have 3 opportunities at a 28, 29-year-old rookie making his second career start in the fucking NFL. We missed a sack there. Then our top 2 best players on the team, he's jerking his dick off in the middle of the field, right? Guarding grass, and that just changes the whole trajectory of the game. And even then, you bend but you don't break. No touchdown allowed, but then your offense just looks incompetent. Shout out to Bryce Young for that, because we're going to have that conversation too, even though I know niggas don't want to have it. I mean, every single week, Bryce Young has a bad game or niggas start talking about Bryce Young. I go into spaces. I think his name is Slick Wick or some shit like that. I go into spaces. I never get on stage. I just listen. Every week I hear this nigga OPM, like literally fighting for his life, about to shed tears behind Bryce Young. Nigga, I'm just here to tell you, you just need to stand up. The nigga just simply doesn't have it, and that's okay. We've said for the past 3 weeks, I've known this for damn near my whole life, but we said for the past 3-4 weeks that he's a game manager. And when shit is going well, that's when he'll execute well. When it's not, he'll be ass. He'll be ass, right? Came on last week, and the topic came up. I actually initiated it by saying, everybody just chill. I want to have this long discourse about Bryce Young, this and that. Yeah, he only threw for 100 yards, but we were winning ball games. And I want to take the time to say, I apologize to you guys. It shouldn't have been that. I should have just stepped back and taken a look deeper and saw what y'all were trying to say, because y'all were 1,000% right. When we take the run away and Rico Dowdle only averages 2.9 yards a carry and teams force Bryce Young to beat them, he's not going to have the ability to do so. I should have listened to you guys. That's on me. I apologize, because that's exactly what showed on Sunday. So that's where we're at, 5-5. Just lost to the fucking New Orleans Saints, and they're celebrating Victory Monday, their second one of the year after 10 weeks. So that's all I had to say to intro. I don't know if you have anything to dive more into, but I'll give it to you.
It was great weather Sunday, for one. A perfect day for football. Everything was outside of us getting there and stuff like that. Everything at the tailgate and things like that were shaping up nice. And then, you just completely piss down your leg when it's game time. A lot of missed opportunities, a lot of missed sacks, blown coverages, offensive line sitting in Bryce's lap, Bryce missing easy throws, no running lanes. Rico he looked like the same Rico from week 1 and 2. Just couldn't get going. It was just a lot of bad things going on, and it was very disgusting to watch, honestly. And so, yeah, I mean, that's really all I got to say to that. Every team in the division, the Bucs lose, the Falcons lose, so you have every opportunity to put yourself in that position to where, it's really a fight to the end between you and the Bucs on who can take the division, and potentially your last game against Tampa Bay could be for a division title. And then now you really have to fight even more of an uphill battle, being that you just dropped the game to the Saints, where they've only had 1 win on the season up until that point. And I don't even think they did anything special. There wasn't anything special that they did. It was just
they didn't do shit, bro.
Blown coverages, missed sacks, lack of execution on the offensive side of the ball. It was just all around just nasty, terrible effort. Everything that could have happened this game happened. And again, you lost the turnover battle. So, you ended up losing the game.
Yeah. And I say they didn't do shit, but I'll take that back. They did exactly what we did to Green Bay.
Yes.
That's what New Orleans did. That's what New Orleans came in our spot and did. Exactly what we did to Green Bay, control the time of possession, slow the game, or speed the game up, rather. Minimize possessions for the Carolina Panthers offense. Get enough stops. That's all they did. They did the game plan for the New Orleans Saints was the exact same as the game plan for the Panthers against Green Bay last week. And they executed it properly and perfectly. And honestly, I just pray to God, honestly, that this serves as a reality check for everybody that's in that locker room. Because I know that you guys watch. Right? So it's just a PSA to everybody in the fucking locker room that y'all have not arrived yet and don't get too far ahead of yourself. Because this shit is not sweet, bro. It's not sweet. We literally said on the stream on Friday night, I specifically said, just let fans be fans. We should be overlooking the Saints because they're sweet. But from a player standpoint, y'all can't afford to do it. I said that verbatim. Right? But then, hearing shit in the building, that niggas was dicking off at practice on the whole week. The whole week. Niggas dicking off at practice. Then I hear Nick Scorton say, yeah, unfortunately, matter of fact, let me just play the fucking video. I don't even gotta guess. I don't even gotta guess or paraphrase what he said. Let me just play the video. And this is how I just know there's a disconnect too. Because what I'm gonna do first, actually, let me see. I'm actually gonna play the Derek Brown video first. Because this is what Derek Brown had to say. And then JT Sanders, I don't know if I have his quote, but just complete contradiction of what Derek Brown had to say. Then Nick Scorton, the same exact thing when he gets in front of the cameras. But this is what Derek Brown had to say.
On defense, I know that's something you guys take a lot of pride in. Just how particularly frustrating is that?
It's very fucking frustrating. You got to fix it. It's something we'll get in here. One thing we don't do, we're not going to point fingers. We didn't overlook them. We just didn't execute.
We didn't overlook them. We just didn't execute. That to me, I knew as soon as I heard that shit was cap. I knew it was cap as soon as I heard it, but I'll keep playing the video.
And then just moving past this, getting as a leader on this team, like what's the message to the guys?
We're going back to work tomorrow. I mean, it's not like it's any different than if we would have won, if we would have lost. Going back to work tomorrow, Tuesday.
Dave mentioned giving up the explosives.
I mean, so that's what Derek Brown has to say. More or less, we didn't overlook them. And then this is what I had to hear from my 21-year-old rookie edge rusher. The nigga, when he got drafted, was not old enough to buy a fucking drink. Mind you, I have niggas on my team, like Derek Brown, like J.C. Horn, have been a part of this franchise 5, 6, 7, 8 fucking years, saying they didn't overlook them, didn't do X, Y, Z. I don't know if it's because we don't want to assume responsibility. I don't know what it is because of, right? We want to point to execution, but it all starts with fucking preparation. It all starts with preparation. So everybody that's trying to say, oh, the players didn't overlook it, just stop that shit. Because like I said, I'm hearing shit in the building from niggas saying, yeah, practice was fucking mid. It was soft as fuck. And then the players are saying after the game, unfortunately, yeah, we didn't fucking approach it the way we should have throughout the week. Because niggas thought they had arrived because they beat Green Bay. So, that's phenomenal. But let's just listen to what Nick Scorton had to say. After Derek Brown, our leader, said, oh, yeah, we didn't overlook them, nothing like that. We just didn't execute. Well, this is what Nick Scorton had to say.
100%. 100%. I think some guys got too big-headed.
Some guys got too big-headed. Mind you, this nigga is 21 years old. 21 years old. But we can't acknowledge that, and we won't admit it if we're Derek Brown. Cool.
Like I said, I haven't been here long, man, so I can't speak on, what it's supposed to look like and everything like that. But I know what we're supposed to look like because, I work hard myself. So I think.
I don't know what other fuck niggas is on. I know what I'm on, and I know niggas just wasn't on my level this week. That's what I hear them saying. It's a problem, bro. It's a problem. Like I said, I'm not going to get worked up today. I know a lot of y'all are here for the crash out. It's not coming. It's not coming. So, if you want to go ahead and switch off now, I'd encourage you to do so. But it's just, motherfuckers is very, very confused. Too big for their britches. Too big for their britches. I damn near don't even want to read this quote. This is from Scott Fowler put out a tweet in which he quoted Ikem Ekwonu after the loss. Another person contradicting what Derek Brown said, saying that we didn't overlook him, saying that, it was just an execution problem, whatever the case may be. Ikem Ekwonu says we just weren't locked in. Moral of the story, long story short, that's damn near the quote. The quote could end right there. The quote could end right there, literally. We just weren't locked in to the small details, and a couple guys spoke about it. Coach spoke about it throughout the week. You can't get days back. If you have a tough day on Thursday, tough day on Friday, whatever, you can always look forward, but you can't get the day back. So that preparation or lack thereof is going to add up. And unfortunately, that just cultivated to what we saw today. So niggas, again, cocking off at practice, because it all started with Victory Monday. Niggas cocking off at practice. They think that, it's the New Orleans Saints. It's no problem. We get the quote from Mike Jackson. Yeah, we don't really see anybody as rivals. We don't see the New Orleans Saints as rivals. It's just another game, right? That's the approach. That's the approach that the team had this week.
Can you tell everybody what Victory Monday is or entails?
Yeah, niggas don't fucking show up and they have the opportunity to jerk their dicks on Monday when we should be in the building working.
So it's optional, essentially.
No,
or
it's not
just
optional.
a chill day.
It's just a chill day. You don't got to come in the building. That's what Victory Monday is. Victory Monday, you don't have to come into the building if you don't want. And I'm just assuming that based on what I saw on Sunday, 95% of the team probably didn't even think about going into the building on Monday. That's what I assume. I don't know how true that is, but that's just how I assume. That's how I receive it. That's how I feel. But again, Derek Brown said, nigga, we're not doing Victory Mondays. That's what he said after the Jets game. Then Dave Canales, the first thing he says against Green Bay, Victory Monday tomorrow. And then fucking the locker room erupts. Oh, we're so ecstatic. We're so ecstatic. Victory Monday, we only fucking work 4 or 5 days or 4 or 5 hours out of the day, get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a week to do so, but we're just so ecstatic that we can have a Victory Monday. Like, we can't do whatever the fuck we want to do from the months of February to fucking July. But Victory Monday. And then when we come back, again, I'm trying not to get worked up, so that's it. Don't laugh, nigga. It's not funny, bro. It's not funny. It's not funny. And then I just see too many people fucking coping with this shit, too. I'm not talking about you, but this is just something. Now my brain is just going. Too many niggas on Twitter talking about, we're 5-5, Nick. We should just be happy. We haven't been, nigga. I don't want to fucking hear that shit, man. That's the fucking problem. That's become the standard now. Niggas are jacking off because we have 5 wins on the season through 10 weeks. That's what the Carolina Panthers have become. Well, at least that's how I view it.
Well, I've been saying since day one, y'all fans love that.
No, don't say y'all fans, nigga. Don't say y'all fans. Don't say y'all fans and look at me. Say y'all fans and look at them if that's what you're talking to. Don't look at me when
I've
you say
said
that
numerous
shit.
of times, even when it comes to, winning games, even when it comes to players, even when it comes to execution, just even when it comes to play style and this and that this fan base is obsessed with mediocrity. And, 5-5, that's mediocre. And then you have them saying, oh, we should be happy.
Oh, yeah, we're still optimistic because nobody pays a fucking attention, right? Nobody pays attention. So when you lose the game against the New Orleans Saints, I think that Tampa Bay's chances of winning the division was about 63, 64% to clinch the divisional title coming into Week 10. When you lost, the shit went from 63, 64% to 88%. So, but hey, we should all just have a fucking circle jerk because we're 5-5. with an incompetent quarterback, niggas that can't win routes, a cornerback that is supposedly an all-pro, but then gets beat by fucking Chris Olave and is begging for a fucking OPI. Like he's not one of the most physical cornerbacks in the NFL. You know. Actually, and if we're having an honest conversation about it, and I know that y'all are not going to like it, but I don't give a fuck, both touchdowns that occurred were because of J.C. Horn. Both of them. Both of them. Both of them. So, you know, cry me a river, because when we stream this shit on X, I'm sure y'all going to have so much to say. I don't give a fuck. So, that's where we are. 17-7 against the New Orleans Saints. After one of the biggest wins the last 4 or 5 years for this organization and franchise, right? And then when you just go to the stadium, and I know that a lot of y'all ain't going to feel this, right? Because a lot of y'all don't go to the games.
Which is lame in itself, but have so much to say.
Yeah, but
it's not a but. It's not a but.
I don't knock them, bro. I don't knock them because I don't know the financial situation. I don't know niggas' location. We got people that watch us all over the nation.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, bro. There's times where I see tickets for $40. Don't be the main one in the comments talking and yapping when you don't support your team, but you just want to be Twitter fingers and, you know, have YouTube fingers, but don't support your team. To me, that's weak. Okay. But nonetheless.
No, I mean, if that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. The only thing I'm saying, the point that I'm trying to make is, if you don't go to like multiple home games and you're not able to feel the shift, right? What I'm about to say might not resonate, but this is why I put this on Twitter too, right? This is why I slander niggas all the time, and I slander niggas, and like just right here, right? And this might be a little pushback, it may not be, whatever, right? I slander niggas all the time for not coming out and supporting the Panthers, not doing what they need to do for their team, right? But then when you have a stadium, probably at, what would you say, about 95, 96% capacity, right? We all went to the game. Would you say that's about right? About 95, 96% capacity. 98% of those are processed blue jerseys or black, whichever ones they prefer. But they're all supporting the Carolina Panthers. And then you come out and you just nut all over the field and are only able to execute for 7 points. I can understand why a nigga would just be like, no, I think I'm going to stay on my couch, have the Panthers on over here, and watch Reds on over here and say fucking Joe. So I get it. And I apologize if I've ever fucking attacked y'all, because I know that sometimes I get on here talking crazy, slandering y'all's name. But I get it. I get it, because what in the fuck was the point? What was the point? Yesterday alone probably cost me about $200, $230 just to make the shit happen. Just to make the shit happen. Just to make the shit fucking happen. And that's what what I get rewarded with is 7 fucking points. Here you go, JJ. Thank you so much for your lifelong dedication. You literally designating a spot on your body for us. You spending thousands and thousands of fucking dollars for us. We're going to fucking reward you with a fucking 7-point performance. Thank you so much for everything that you contribute to the fan base and all the fucking dollars that you contribute to the organization. Here's 7 points. Maybe you can be aroused by that. But, you know, but then when I talk like that, it's just, oh, JJ's crazy. He's insane.
Well, what if they won 7-0?
Well, you know what? And then in that regard,
I'm just asking.
No, you're right. In that regard, I would say, oh, great job, guys. We have shit to work on, but great job. But that's not what happened. We proceeded to give up 17 points to a horrible offense, with the main piece being 30 whatever the fuck year old Alvin Kamara and Chris Olave, who is 1 concussion away from probable death.
He's a limit.
Yeah, more or less. Right, so, but you know, that's what we get rewarded with.
And Jawan Johnson.
Oh my God, wow, Jawan Johnson, out of all people, Jawan Johnson. That's who beats you guys. The Jawan Johnsons of the world, Alvin Kamara, who's on his last leg, right, and Chris Olave.
Chris Lemon Olave.
You know, shit is just terrible.
Cam Jordan had 1 sack. Or he had 2. I don't know. Oh, 1. And then he popped shit in front of JJ.
17 of 25 for 124. No touchdowns, an interception. 62.8 rating. 18 of 53 and 1 touchdown for Rico. It's bullshit. Chuba 3 for 14. I don't know where we get off allowing Chuba Hubbard to only touch the football 3 times. You know, that doesn't make any sense to me. $34 million fucking dollars in the running back room. $34 million, and we think that
well, to
3
be fair,
touches is enough.
He only touched it 5 times in the Green Bay game, and we won.
Yeah, but also the nigga Rico wasn't averaging 2.9 yards a carry in the Green Bay game either.
I'm just saying maybe they had the same logic going in.
Well, the logic this week was flawed because Rico also got fucked up in that Green Bay game. I don't believe Rico was healthy heading into this game this week. I don't think he was healthy when he was playing. So you should know that, right? But it's, again, the mismanagement is very similar to the Josie Jewell situation. Not as significant, but how the fuck don't you know what's going on with your players? But if you're going to try and fight through, I guess. But if you're going to try and fight through, Rico Dowdle, first and foremost, thank you so much for what you've done for this organization up to this point. But if you're going to try and fight through, do better than 2.9 yards a carry. That's pathetic. And that's on the offensive line, too.
Oh, yeah, they look like bullshit, too.
Oh, you know, you're right. They did. They look terrible.
Just getting their ass whooped all game. Taylor Moton, oh, my God.
They look terrible.
What I seen on that film, just embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, he's just grabbing, reaching.
K-Made.
Just reaching for air. Just pathetic, bro. Just pathetic. 5 for 60 for T-Mac. 2 drops, you know, because we're so infatuated with drops on this podcast. So he had 2 drops, big ones at that.
Needs to be better.
Well,
needs to
but
be
say
better.
it more enthusiastic. And harp on it more, nigga.
In this
Give
one,
more context,
in this
nigga.
one that happens. Yeah, it's a little tough seeing that just because it's like we dealt with a drop problem last year from our wide receiver one, and then this year you go and draft one in the first round again.
He's right on track to have the same amount of drops as XL for whatever it's worth.
You go and draft one in the first round again, and then there still is a drop problem there. And, you know, and the reason that it's frustrating is because that seems like that's Bryce's favorite receiver, and that's the one he has the best connection with. So it's like if we're going to force feed him the ball, but then he drops multiple passes a game, then it's kind of a two-edged sword. So
5 for 32 for JT Sanders. 3 for 21 for Jalen Coker, 3 for 10 for Rico, and, you know, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1 target. You know. But let fans tell it. That's his fault. It's his fault that he only got targeted 1 time, 1 opportunity on a mediocre thrown football, but We're not going to be honest. We're not going to have an honest conversation. So no need to harp on it, I guess. DB had 9 total tackles, a TFL. He was one of the only niggas that came to play. Turk had 7 in the TFL. Trevon Mary had 7 with the TFL. Nick Scorton got another sack. He had another good game, in my opinion. Yeah. I mean, time of possession, 33 to 26. Total yards. 388 to 175.
Jesus Christ.
Pathetic. Oh, my God. Wow. And this is my first time even seeing this. Do you know how many times the Panthers were penalized yesterday? Just take a wild guess.
Well, I'm looking at it right now.
One single time the Panthers were penalized. And I also just want to point out to y'all, bro, like, honestly, and this is just how this episode is going to be. No set agenda. I, really just need a vent, to be honest, because I'm just so disgusted. But I just want to tell y'all that the referees literally did everything in their fucking power to keep us in this ball game, because if we're honestly having a conversation and it's a truthful one, the Carolina Panthers honestly probably shouldn't have scored a singular point on Sunday. Because the roughing the passer call, the first drive was bullshit. And you got bailed out. Got bailed out. Shit on just a shit read, a shit ball, a shit route. You know. got that roughing the passer, got another one in the second half that kept the drive alive.
Got the field goal.
Got the field goal rewarded. I've literally never seen that fucking rule implemented in my life, ever. But you got the field goal in the red zone. You cock it off because we don't know how to hand the ball off or receive a jet sweep. It's only a play that we've ran 50 fucking times this year to the same person, damn near to the same side of the field, right? It's only a play that we've seen countless times, but we don't know how to run it properly against the New Orleans Saints, the 1-7, 1-8 New Orleans Saints, because it's just too much to ask. You know, just too much to ask. One penalty all game for the Carolina Panthers, 6 for the Saints, 2 turnovers to 1, and everything else is like it's just pathetic, bro. Honestly, 122 to 73 total rushing yards. 286 to 102 total passing yards. Just honestly, one of the largest letdowns in team history. I'm willing to go that far. One of the largest letdowns in team fucking history. Literally. And really, there's not even really much to talk about. Do you have anything that you would like to speak on? Anything that you would like to say? There's just nothing. It's just so much. I
thought you were going to talk about Bryce Young.
He's ass. There's not really much to say. He's ass. He's ass, bro. Like, honestly. And I say that with all due respect. The most respectful way that I can say that, I say it. But, I mean, listen. Conversations have to start occurring. And I know that you guys hate to have them, and I want to just retract my statement, rather. I won't say he's ass. He might just not be what the Carolina Panthers need. I'll say it like that. I feel like that's more PC and more acceptable for y'all to not get in y'all's feelings. And I honestly, the way I'm feeling emotionally and physically, I just don't feel like dealing with y'all niggas in the comments this week. So I'm just going to say he's not ass. Little poor Bryce, baby. He's not ass. He's just not what we need. He's mediocre, and if shit hits the fan and we need him to win a football game, he probably just doesn't have the ability to do it.
Unless it's a one-score game.
And even that, the
he
reason
has the
why
ball
it's
at the end of the game.
Yeah, and the reason why it's a one-score game is because he has the inability to put up points throughout the whole entirety of the game up to that point, right? Because what other one-score games? I will say the Cowboys game, that was a great game. He executed properly. Minimal possessions. That was great. Outside of that, what else? The one possession game against the Dolphins, we were down 17 because he fucked off. The one possession game against the Cardinals, we lost. So shout out to that. Another game we were trailing because of him. And, you know, another game that Xavier Lee gets hung from because he had 8 targets when only fucking 7, or one of them rather, was catchable.
I think it was -2 yards too.
Yeah, I'm sure you remember. I'm sure. I'm sure.
I know because Dylan just mentioned it in the chat.
Yeah,
so.
I'm sure he did too. He's a fucking hater too, just like you are. Weird shit. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say about Bryce Young. I don't know. But and it's just such a sensitive topic that I damn near don't even want to touch it anymore, because I feel like I came on this podcast multiple times and said that I was just past the point of slandering them, right? So I'm just not even going to do it. I'll open up the floor to you to do it if you want, but if you can't handle it, then just give it the fuck back to me. If you can't handle it. Because I know. What do you like fucking coddling them too. You just like them other niggas. You just like them niggas that watch us, just like the niggas on fucking X.
What do you want me to say?
Y'all like coddling them.
Like what?
Oh, his receivers aren't winning. Oh, his receivers are dropping passes. I don't know what you're going to say. I'm just saying if you can't handle it, then you give it the fuck back to me. And then I'll really go there. Because I'm trying to chill, but I mean, I'm going to give you the opportunity. I'm going to put my microphone down. I'm going to give you the opportunity. If you can't do it, then fucking give it back to me. I goddamn it got it.
You do this every week, bro. You always say, oh, if you can't handle it, then I'll do it. But you never do it. So I don't understand. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. He played a bad game, but he's had a string of bad games throughout this season. And
let me ask you a question. Does a fuck nigga? Oh, I'm sorry. Does he have a good game? Does he have a good game this year? Yes or no? Because honestly, to me, he maybe has one, and that's against Dallas.
Well, he has games where he just doesn't. He's not the reason that we lose. He has games where it's like you go out there and don't be the reason we lose. He has those games to where he manages the game well, which, I mean, we've said numerous of times, he's a game manager. So, unfortunately, when he gets put in situations, if we all can agree that he's a game manager, when he gets put in the situations where he needs to change the game, it's just not going to happen. When we get put in situations to where they're stopping the run and we're not effective there, then we're probably not going to win the game.
And the honest reality about that is that's not what you need from a franchise quarterback.
I mean, I agree.
Very simple. That's the only conversation that has to be had about him. Because I know that this is the hot commodity, right? Everybody is like, we're damn near back to week 2 and week 3 of 2024, 2025. That's where we're back as it pertains to Bryce Young, because now it's this huge discourse, what we need to do, this and that, this and that. I'm going to tell y'all what we need to do. Right, there's a couple of different options. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Russell Wilson will be available this offseason. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Kyler Murray will be available this offseason. We've heard the rumors and conversations surrounding Joe Burrow potentially being available for trade this offseason. And then, of course, you have a whole rookie class coming in.
They're not good.
Mac Jones is another name that a lot of y'all are infatuated with. I can't stand the bitch. I can't stand.
That's a personal vendetta, though.
Yeah,
but the thing is, he's better than Bryce.
I don't know that to be true.
I do.
I don't know that to be true.
I know that.
I don't know it to be true without a shadow of a doubt.
Shit.
That Mac Jones is better than Bryce Young. I don't. Niggas are stroking off to Mac Jones this year because he's in a Shanahan-led system. We've seen a lot of quarterbacks thrive in that. We've seen Jimmy Garoppolo make a fuck ton of money because he was in the Shanahan system.
Trey Lance didn't thrive in it.
He didn't have a fair shot. Trey Lance didn't get a fair shot. He never got a fair shot in San Francisco.
Or maybe he's just ass. Because he hasn't done anything anywhere else.
Maybe that's true. But unfortunately, Shanahan doesn't come with Mac Jones. So we're going to be talking about a Mac Jones in a Dave Canales-led system. And I'm telling y'all now that might bring us to the closest position of damn near becoming like Meow Mix. If the Carolina Panthers go out of their way to sign Mac Jones, just stay tuned to the social media because we might be Meow Mix 2.0.
Well, what if he just plays better than Bryce in training camp and just beats him out?
Still, I can't stand him.
Yeah, but you gotta get over that. If he has the ability to win us ball games, then unfortunately you just gotta move to the fucking side.
Well, and you know what? How could I be upset about that? Because I am a Panthers fan at the end of the day.
Yeah, because
whoever
I know
get me wins, damn it, get me wins.
If he was to come in here and start cooking, you would be fucking buying Mac Jones jerseys.
No, I wouldn't.
And all of this.
God strike me dead, make me swallow my tongue right now on my dead granddad soul. I would never in my life buy a Mac Jones jersey, no matter what the situation is. I don't give a fuck.
And then he just get the line.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care. On my dead granddad soul, nigga. No piece of his merchandise would ever in my life touch my body, be in my fucking atmosphere ever. Anytime. I'm telling you something that I know, nigga. I'm telling you something. I can't stand them. Hate them.
I don't understand why he's never even played for your franchise or never even played for a team that you were a fan of.
Because he's ass. That's number one.
Nigga, he's better than Bryce Young.
No, he's not. He was gassed up when he came out of college. I despised the way he walked to the podium when he got drafted. I despise the fucking smug-ass look that he always has on his face. I just can't stand him, bro. I just can't stand him. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't like him. So if they decide to go that route, it's going to be very, very uncomfortable for me. Just telling you. I feel like that's just me being 100% honest. But you know what? Hey, if they feel like that's the best decision, what can I do? Who am I? Nobody, right? So it's just like, okay, cool. And if he's better than Bryce, appreciate everything that you did or lack thereof. Be safe. Good luck. Maybe you can turn out like Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold. Because I'm sure that's what will end up happening.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and then we would be the laughingstock of the NFL yet again. Oh, they fucked off 3 quarterbacks in the span of less than a decade. It's the Carolina Panthers. So that's where I'm at with Bryce. I mean, I don't know what else you would like me to say. And like I said, and I just felt the aura coming from you, nigga. I knew that you wasn't gonna be able to handle it. I knew that you wasn't gonna be able to handle it.
What did you say?
You tell me what the fuck the solution is, nigga. You want to? Oh yeah, he just had a bad game.
I said he had a string of bad games. I don't know a game where he had that was necessarily.
Does he have what it takes to be our franchise quarterback?
What did I just say earlier? You said that means that he's not a franchise quarterback if everything has to be perfect for him, and our offense has to be built on being up ahead, relying on the run game, and if teams stop that, then he's not able to change the game. And you were like, oh, that means that he can't be a franchise quarterback. And I said, I agree.
And so that's the best that you had?
What the fuck else do you want me to say?
I'm just asking, is that the best that you had?
I mean, what else are we going to say?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing else to say, I guess. No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else you want me to say in that situation. Speaking of Meow Mix, weren't they in the building? Allegedly?
Yeah, they're part of the reason why we lost. Their energy. Part of the reason why we lost. Just stay away. Niggas said they wanted to spend time with their family and their wives, their children, all of this shit. Stay away. Stay away. Unfortunately, y'all got popular and y'all got popping and y'all got clout because y'all quit on the team. That's going to be the stance, and that's why y'all have motion and juice now. Stay away. Nobody wants you guys around. I saw that they went to the Charlotte FC game, playoff game on Friday night or Saturday night. Yeah, nobody wants them around. They got slandered there, too.
Did Charlotte FC lose?
I think so, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. Nobody wants them around. Also, quick announcement. I don't know if you want to make it or you want me to. Since we're speaking on niggas and attending the games, shit like that.
Yeah, the giveaways from now on, we're not doing any more ticket giveaways this year. And the giveaways from now on will be a very stricter process because we spend money and we spend time doing these giveaways out of the kindness of our hearts because we appreciate y'all tuning in. We appreciate all the love and the support. And so we want to give that back to the community as a token of appreciation. We want to return that favor. And then you give away tickets to a game, phenomenal seats in the 100 section, behind the goal post. You're able to see all of the action. And then we get to the game to find out that they sold the tickets. Not that day, but literally a day or so after they got them. And so when shit like that starts to happen, when people start to take advantage, like it's just really throwing smut on our name, just really spitting in our face. And it's really distasteful. It's disgusting, especially when we have fans who have been here since day one, who have tuned in and entered in giveaways and just became unlucky in not being able to win those. And people who actually want to go to the game maybe can't afford to go out there and buy tickets on their own. And so are really, looking forward to potentially winning the giveaway to enjoy that experience with us, with the other fans, with their families. And then we have people who take advantage of it. So, yeah, I say that to say don't enter in the giveaway if you have no intentions on going. Don't enter in the giveaway if you're just simply going to do that to sell the tickets for some kind of personal gain, because then that's just takes a shitty person to do that. And then, all of the hard work that we put in is for nothing at that point. So, yeah, if you see a giveaway and you don't have any intentions, just fucking skip it. Literally.
Yeah. And to be honest, probably I think that the ticket giveaway that we just did the past couple of weeks when we hit 2,000 subs, I think that was probably the last giveaway we were going to do this season, for sure.
And it hates to be one bad apple spoils the bunch, but
yeah, but
shit like
unfortunately,
that.
it's not even just one bad apple. That was just damn near the straw that broke the camel's back. Because I told you, like, the whole Pittsburgh shit, too. I didn't like the way that shit went. So, you know, let niggas slide off of that one because it's preseason. It was on a Thursday night. Like, it was just very, very weird start time, etc. But then, like, you know, this shit right here, like Terrence said, bro, we just put in a lot of work to make this shit come together. And it's just something that we're passionate about. Like, that's just something that we've made a commitment to. Like, it's just bringing the community more together, right? So whether that's giveaways, whether that's events, meetups, like whatever that may look like giveaways are just a large part of that. It's just something that we're passionate about at FPFO. But like you said, when niggas start taking advantage of it, it's just like, you know, like pretty much you getting your face spat in, right? And so then, like, I just start wishing shit on niggas. And for me to not get in that place spiritually, I think that we're just going to stop doing them for this year until we reassess and find a better way to do it. And so maybe it's on us. Maybe the way that we've been doing it has been wrong. And then if that's the case, then I take full responsibility for it.
Yeah, putting too much faith in
humanity.
Yeah,
but,
pretty much.
You know, realistically, why would I ever do that? Because I know that niggas are worthless. Right? So what you know, but is what it is.
But shout out to the folks that we did meet at the game.
Yes. Shout out to the folks that we met at the game. A lot of love, a lot of support this week. NBOA. That's always a great experience. And yeah, appreciate y'all all watching and tuning in. Unfortunately, we just don't have a giveaway for y'all niggas no more. Not right now.
Yeah.
And we got the green light from our marketing director to do that, so. Not like we really necessarily needed it, but she's just sitting back there like just so happy and shit, like because she feel like she had the green light some shit. Oh, just because you were just smirking and it just seemed like, you know. But yeah, so that really so that coupled with the fact that, mind you, the people that bought these tickets, they didn't come until the second half. So me, Haley, and Terrence, we were just down the bottom, just chilling. They pull up. I'm like, oh, okay, yo, y'all here with FPFO? The niggas like, what is that? So that shit already had triggered me for sure. And then on top of that, we do more research. Oh, yeah, I bought these 3 or 4 days ago. Oh, did you? Got it. So, yeah, that shit is dead. That shit is dead. Shout out to niggas that don't do the right thing and fuck shit off for everybody else. But, you know, maybe we'll come back with doing giveaways again next year. But, yeah, we were going to do, like, a whole Christmas, like, bonanza type shit. Like, just go crazy for that. But, yeah, we're scratching that shit, too. Just rub me the wrong way. Rub me the wrong way. Top 5, bottom 5, PFF. The first nigga that you mentioned, O-line-wise, he was the highest graded PFF player, by the way. Taylor Moton. 69.7.
I damn near don't know how.
Offensively, top 5, bottom 5. Taylor Moton with a 69.7. T-Mac with a 68.8. Icky with a 66.4. Austin Corbett with a 63.1. And Jalen Coker with a 60.5. That's just how you know that offensively we didn't do shit. Bottom 5, Jimmy Horn was at a 36. Lo and behold, the Carolina Reaper himself, 36.3. Wow. Great job. Shortly or a little above him, our other favorite, Xavier Legette, 47. Tommy Tremble with the 49.7 and Mitchell Evans with the 50.6. Mitch, you get a pass, buddy. Don't worry. You got stressed during the game, so I understand why you struggled. Or that's just pussy shit.
No, I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay, well I'm just asking because you have the right to say whatever you feel.
You know, because then I would turn out to be the bad guy and a hater and all of that. So yeah, good job, Mitch. You get a pass. Good job, buddy. Go out there and do it again next game. I'm sure you'll get another fucking pass.
Top 5 defensively. Wow. What the fuck am I looking at? What is this? Claudin Sherrillis with the 84.3. Wow. Mike Jackson, the God nigga, 75, second on the team. Yeah, niggas want to do all of this and that, do all of this talking about Mike Jackson. But
I'm sure we can find games where he's bottom 5.
well, yeah, I'm sure. But, his counterpart is down there this week. So that's what I choose to focus on. Nick Scorton, 72.9. Nick Scott, 71.3. Rose Boom, 71.3. And Nick Scorton, I'm sorry. Nick Scott, damn, I'm fucking up. Nick Scott was a 71.3. Rose Boom was a 71. My apologies. Bottom 5, all the way at number 20. The man, the myth, the legend. J.C. Horn with a 28.1. Trevin Wallace, 51.3. Lathan Ransom, 54.3. He's making himself comfortable down there. I mean, that's probably like the 8th week in a row. Travis Gibson, 59.1. He gets a pass. The nigga's only been on the team for 2 weeks. And at number 5, Princely with 59.7. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And then just to point out something else that was interesting that Dylan was referencing as well. So through 10 weeks, Bryce Young, Dave Canales unwilling to throw the ball downfield. Weeks 8 through 18 last season, Bryce Young in the Panthers passing game on 20-plus throws ranked 6th in attempt percentage, 2nd in adjust competition or completion percentage, 2nd in big-time throws rate, only behind Justin Herbert in big-time throws. And in the same 10-week sample this season, that has dropped to 31st in attempt percentage, 7th in adjust completion percentage, and 5th in big-time throw rate. So do you have any explanation or any thought to how that could just completely take a turn with more added weapons, another year of experience, another year of play calling for Dave Canales? Yeah.
I don't know. I will say I found it very curious that because something very similar came up in a press conference Monday afternoon with Dave Canales. I'm not sure. I honestly don't remember who asked the question. But I found it very curious that the verbiage that he used was, we'll start calling those plays more when we feel more comfortable. And that, like, this is a conversation that we've had a couple of times this year, and honestly, the past 2 years in a row we've had it. But it just, that type answer makes me challenge the level of trust that Dave Canales has in Bryce Young. And I hate to keep circling back to that, but that's just what it feels like. When somebody gives you a question like that and asks you, excuse me, my apologies, and asks you, why aren't you throwing the ball downfield more? And that is your answer. That is your response. That indicates to me that you don't trust your quarterback and that something right now is not clicking for him, so you don't even feel like calling those plays. Now, do I feel like that's right? No, because call the plays. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, call the plays, and if he can't complete them or if he's fucking them off, then okay, cool. But I will tell y'all that there's the overwhelming majority of deep shots that I've seen this season that have been playable have been fucked off by the receivers. Whether it's T-Mac, XL, David Moore when he was in, Coker, even though he's had like, we will have a conversation about him next week if shit doesn't get where it needs to be too. I'm going to go ahead and say that. But then again, I can only say so much and do so much and have so many comments to make about Coker because the play from the quarterback position is so mediocre. The same exact shit with Xavier Legette, in my opinion. Niggas not even having the opportunity to make plays. But just circling back to that, I don't know what it is.
It does. The reason it doesn't make sense is because you trusted him enough to do it last season, but all of a sudden now you don't have that level of trust anymore. Like how? I don't understand how that makes sense.
And I mean, to go along with that, it's not like he wasn't able to get the job done last year when he was doing it. So exactly. I don't know what has. I don't know. It's a great question.
And the reason that I bring it up is because I know a lot of people in the comments like were saying like he doesn't throw the ball downfield. Like, why do we not throw the ball downfield? Where your coach is telling you he doesn't call the plays for the ball to get thrown downfield because he doesn't trust him to make that throw, even though that's contradictory to what he did last year. Yeah. Based on those numbers. So I don't get it.
No, I totally agree with you. And I will say, though, the overwhelming majority have been fucked off by the receivers from just off the top of my head. There have been times where there have been receivers open deep down the field, and we just get the ball out too fast to even let the rep develop because we're hearing footsteps that don't exist, right? So that is another part of that as well. Like, if we're going to do that, then we have to give ourselves time to allow the play to develop and to make the throws downfield, right? And build up that trust if that's what it's going to be and if that's what it is. So I don't know, bro. I really don't know. There's just a lot of things. There's a lot of things. And I feel like this always happens to me after games when we lose. I just get very reflective, right? Because I just feel like that's a time for you to just assess where you're at currently and see how you move forward. The Carolina Panthers have quite a few holes remaining on this roster. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all that too. I do, and I want to say this because I'm sure the tonality this week would not lead you to believe what I'm going to say, but I just want y'all to hear it from me. So I'm very, very direct. I still believe in this Carolina Panthers team, this version of it. Excuse me. You're sitting at 5-5. You still fully control your own destiny. And if you are who you displayed yourself to be against Green Bay, if you are as resilient as you displayed against Miami, right, in the second half of the Arizona Cardinals game where you just came up just a little short, if you are who you were when you played at home against the Dallas Cowboys, I still fully believe that the Carolina Panthers have the ability to make a push for a divisional title and that you control your own destiny. You've done enough work through 10 weeks. You've done enough work. Though you've left a lot of meat on the bones, though you've left a lot of opportunities on the table, you've done enough work to get to a point in which you control your destiny. And if this team is who I believe them to be, they will clip somebody. I think we go to New Orleans and we get that back in blood. Next week is going to be a test against New Orleans because not only are they behind you in the division and they're trying to make a push as well, but you also skunked them in Charlotte. So, that's a whole added dynamic there. But that's going to be a huge test. Then you go to Monday Night Football against San Francisco. Then what do? What happens then? We don't play Tampa until 21st of December. So we have a bye, actually. We have a bye, and I think that's when we play New Orleans again. Then you have L.A. and Seattle, I believe, back-to-back, and then Tampa. Broken down, whatever the case may be, you got the second hardest schedule in the NFL remaining.
You have the Falcons next week, and then Monday night you have the 49ers.
Bye.
And then, you have the Rams right after. And then you have the bye, and then you have the Saints, and then the Bucks, then Seattle, and then the Bucks again.
Yeah, I think we can compete. I think it's very realistic. I think it's very realistic when you look at the schedule for the Carolina Panthers to finish the season with 8 games. I think that's very realistic. I don't think that's unrealistic by any stretch of the imagination. I really don't. I think that you can beat Tampa at least once. I think you get your shit back against New Orleans. I really think that you should beat Atlanta after getting whooped up on at the crib. But Bryce Young just has an infatuation with playing against Atlanta. So if that holds true, you should be able to beat them. So that's 3 right there, right? I think that you can clip Seattle or L.A. If I had to choose between those two, I would probably lean more to L.A. because the way Sam Darnold and that Seahawks offense is moving the football right now.
Their defense is really good, too.
Their defense is raw, yeah. Like, you can't even move the football on the Saints, so I just, I don't know. I'm going to choose the Rams.
Well, my answer to that question, I don't know. I don't know if I still believe in them, personally. I don't know. Because every time that I want to put my trust in them, they respond this way.
Yeah, but what are your true feelings, though? Don't just go based off of, you wanting to be right or wrong about the situation. Just go based off of what you've seen the last 10 weeks. have they given you a large enough sample size to believe that the final 8 weeks they can make a true push for a divisional title? That's what you have to ask yourself.
I believe theoretically they can compete. Seeing them beat Green Bay, and seeing the way that they played against Atlanta the first time, seeing the way that they played against the Cowboys, like they can compete. But based on most updated resume, like what we recently seen, I think that all of those games are going to be tough. Like, because now I'm to the point where I don't even know if you beat New Orleans in New Orleans.
Yeah, I'm not to that point yet. I'm not to that point yet. I honestly think that this serves as a wake-up call. I do. That's why I'm just like,
that's the hope.
I mean, yeah, that's the hope. But I just believe with the guys that we have in that locker room, I think that they took this loss to New Orleans personal. I really do. Like I don't believe, and I don't know a world in which you can not take that loss personal. Because I know in the locker room on Sunday, niggas were tweaking. You can just go look at the Bryce Young press conference and see how bad his attitude was. And shout out to Bryce for that. Finally, after 3 years, we get some fucking emotion out of you. And you're you get a little more bass in your voice. And so when niggas keep asking you the same question, you cut them off. Like, nigga, I already done fucking answered it. It's on me. Finally, Bryce, thank you so much. Hopefully this helps you turn the corner.
I was about to say, it doesn't mean nothing if the play on the field doesn't reflect it.
You're absolutely right. So I don't know. We'll see.
Because if teams respond the way that New Orleans did defensive-wise on the defense, then, and we've been saying this whole year, we still think this offense has been very mediocre outside of the run game. And they haven't shown their full potential on what we believe they could be going into the season, because we were saying that we think that this offense could put up 30 points a game based on the weapons that they have on that side of the ball.
Not only were we saying it, but insiders for the NFL, as well as off-the-record executives, were saying it as well.
Yeah, and so that offense hasn't really shown that on a consistent basis. So if teams decide to – if for somehow they got the formula from New Orleans, and if that's truly how you beat the Carolina Panthers – and then you have to put all of this pressure on Bryce, what are we going to get? It leaves a lot left to be desired.
Well, and you want me to tell you something? If that's the case, because a lot of fans feel this way, this is Bryce's last chance. You're going to have to rock out with him next year regardless, right? But I think that this last 8 games, these last 7 games rather, for Bryce Young, this is his last chance. Because I think that what you're saying is true. I think that is the formula. I think that we can all agree on that. That is the formula. Load up, commit fully to stopping the run, and Rico Dowdle in particular, and make Bryce Young beat you with his arm. If that is the case, which I believe that it is, it's a prime example for Bryce Young to do what he needs to do to show not only this fan base, but the coaching staff as well as the front office that I am the guy. And with you having to do that against Tampa twice, and against LA, and against Seattle, and against San Francisco, it's a great, great, great opportunity. It's a great opportunity. But if he can't, then niggas better get their house in order. Because it's coming. It's coming. And niggas might not like what it is. Like I say, I hate Mac Jones, but it could be that. It could be Jameis. It could be Russ. It could be Kyler. It could be the draft, but something is coming. Off-season 2026, I can guarantee you that. And even if Bryce does play at a high level, I'm still not 100% convinced that something still won't come.
Yeah, I think
and not just coming in for a backup role either to replace Andy. I'm saying coming in to fucking challenge that starting job.
Yeah,
1,000%, 1,000%. So we'll see. We'll see, bro. Like, we'll see. I mean, that's just where I'm at. I haven't lost faith. I think that we can still get some momentum going, but, again, just another huge opportunity. And I'll circle back to the way I even introed the pod and say, if the Carolina Panthers do not reach the potential in which they felt they could reach at the beginning of the season, there are a couple of places they can look directly back to. Week 2 in Arizona on the road against a subpar Arizona Cardinals team, and Week 10 at home coming off the largest win in your franchise's last 5 years against a 1-7 football team. So that's where it is. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. Mine is very simple this week. Plus 738. Miami Dolphins money line against the Washington Commanders. International game. 9:30 a.m. Eastern time on Sunday. The Chargers to cover 2.5 against the Jaguars on the road in Duval. And the Carolina Panthers money line against the Atlanta Falcons. We will be in the building. If you see us, say what's up, but it's a high likelihood that you won't see us. Because, we
Okay.
we gonna be ducked off in that shit. For sure. For sure. And I will have the ski mask present. For sure. Oh my God. For sure. And I know it's a lot of y'all hating ass niggas that watch us that got a lot of shit to say on X. We'll be in the city. We'll be in the city. And I won't even say we. I'll be in the city. Go ahead.
Plus 557. I have the Chicago Bears plus 6.5 against Minnesota. San Francisco 49ers money line against Arizona. Chargers money line against Jacksonville. Miami Dolphins money line against the Washington Commanders. Plus 557. You gonna read Dylan's or you want me to? Damn, okay. Dylan, plus 536. New England Patriots, minus 11.5 against the New York Jets. He also has the Carolina Panthers money line against Atlanta. And then the Houston Texans money line against the Tennessee Titans. Plus 536.
Did anybody hit last week?
I think I had the Carolina Panthers sprinkled somewhere, so no.
Well, I guess we should pull that up and see.
I lost my real ticket, too.
I lost two of them. I lost probably about $300 Sunday on bets alone that I should have won if we would have just got the fucking job done.
Yep, the Carolina Panthers are the only team that messed that up for me.
Let me see. The first thing that I see here, Memphis minus 2.5. So perfect. That got fucked off. The Colts ended up covering. I had the that whole ticket, which yeah, cool.
Dylan had the Panthers money line. That ain't happened.
Okay, cool. So nobody hit. Perfect. Good. 3-3-3. Right where we want to be. Right in the thick of things. Also, I just want to let everybody know, because Terrence did the honors of introducing God's Fantasy Football to this podcast, I just want to let everybody know that I have now won 4 games in a row. I'm sitting at 6-4. I think I need one more win to clinch a playoff berth in a 16-man league. So
I just want to let everybody know I'm 9-1.
Hold on, you said you're what?
9-1.
Oh, okay.
The best team in the fucking league.
For sure.
And I put up the most points.
Do you mind telling our dedicated viewers that have made it this far in the video who that one loss came to?
Andy Dalton.
Oh, wow. Cool. Watch a nigga that'll never give you credit.
Courtesy of Andy Dalton.
Yeah, watch a nigga that'll never give you credit. He had to come see Chocho CEO and he got his head split. Got left on a fucking T-shirt and we sent him packing. And we told him we'll see him in the playoffs.
If he makes it.
Oh, nigga, it's not an if at this point. It's
if
damn near clinched. I think I'm second in the division now. Because Scat lost, if I'm not mistaken. Perfect.
I don't know yet.
Perfect. Thank God. Thank God. Shout out to the FPFO fantasy chat, fantasy as well. Also, if you made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell notification on if you fuck with us. If you don't, like I said earlier, it is what it is. I just simply can't beg niggas for shit. I can't. I don't have anything else to say either. You have anything? Shout out One Carolina. Shout out John.
Yeah, shout out John.
Carolina. Great stream with him Friday night. I think we're going to have another guest on this week as well, but I just have to get it locked in. But, yeah. So, shout out to everybody that watches and supports. It means a lot. I will say, like, on a serious note, outside of all the bullshit and everything else, it means the world to me personally. Like, when y'all tap in with us and we just kick it and have a conversation. Like, just on some regular shit. It's just a hell of love.
And when y'all show up to the games and tap in with us as well.
Yes, 1,000%. 1,000%.
And wearing the merch.
Oh, when y'all wear the merch, it just does something to me. I won't say what it does to me, but it does something to me, for sure. Also, just extremely disappointed that we didn't win on Sunday. We had a whole capsule planned, and unfortunately, I just don't even know if I don't even know if it's happening anymore. So, there's that. And also, we have a Reaper design in there. The whole shit might just get scratched because we have niggas requesting on Twitter to send their original Reaper tee back because Bryce Young is ass. So his quote, not JJ's, just telling you what the nigga said. At FPFO_podcast, can I please send my Reaper tee back? Bryce Young is ass. So, yeah, that doesn't seem like it's good for business.
And I wore mine Sunday.
Yep, the white one.
Yep.
So,
guy in front of us said he really liked it.
Oh, did you tell him where to find it?
Haley did. I think he said, not right now.
I literally said, you can buy one, like it's our shirt. And he was like, no, I'm not interested.
Okay.
And he literally left. But it was after we lost, so.
Oh, okay. Well, I feel him. Yeah, don't try and sell me shit while we just lost. I want nothing to do with the team. Because I wanted to go to the team store and go crazy in that bitch, to be honest. That was my thought. That when we win Sunday, I'm going to want to spend some money in the team store.
And you know what you told me on the way to the game? Bro, you don't got nothing to worry about, bro. If it's anything, you should be least worried about this game out of every game.
Yep. Well, I didn't know we were going to approach it the way we did. So, but again, it's my fault. So, I had a nigga tell me that on Twitter today because I predicted us to win 40-13.
That was a lot.
It's your fault that you put the bad juju in there. The score prediction put the bad juju in there. Okay, cool. It's my fault niggas were in the locker room playing with their dicks when they should have been preparing for a divisional game. But just, overlooking the Saints. It's my fault that niggas did that because I said that we will win 40-13. I thought this team was something that it wasn't. So I apologize to the whole fan base that the Carolina Panthers lost because it's JJ's fault. So what's new? Anything else that niggas want to blame me for? If you get sick, that'll be my fault too. Either one of y'all.
It will. Will it not?
Yeah. No.
Haley?
No. Not with all the people that we interacted with this Sunday.
Yeah, but we knew one for sure was sick.
Who?
You.
Well, I'm not sick.
Okay, so now we need to replay the beginning because didn't you literally tell everyone that you were sick?
Yes.
Well.
And then this is what I said when I say he just be lying.
Nope.
Well, I mean, if they're fucking listening, they know I'm sick. It's a joke.
Okay, so why'd you try
Take
to
a
lie?
joke. Just take a joke. Just take a joke. Just
Funny.
take a joke.
Jokes are usually funny.
Just take. Hey, mute the fuck back up. Yeah, there you go. What else was I gonna say? Oh, shout out to my book club for sure.
Have y'all even started it?
Yep, we have. It's
And
called Confessions.
What kind of book is that?
I've already told you 5 times what kind of book it is. Thriller/horror. It's very hard to follow. But
May I ask who the author is?
I have no idea.
What page are you on?
Like 20-something.
How long did it take you to get there?
I mean, I just started reading it not that long ago.
So like
One of the days when we read together. Like kind of like popcorn reading.
I know what's
took a
some
while.
fucking up going on in there.
Hey, nobody lose faith. I won't say don't panic because honestly, I'm borderline panicking. I can't see it. Okay, but you don't have to do all of that. It doesn't matter. I'll have new glasses very soon. Don't panic. I will say don't panic. Don't panic. It's one loss. It's a bad loss. It's a missed opportunity, but still a lot of football left to be played. I'm not as adamant in saying that as I was against the Buffalo Bills, however. I will say that. So keep the context where it is right now, but don't give up hope. The season is not over. We still have a lot of work to do. So 48-hour rule. 48-hour rule. Focus on the shit. Do what you're going to do. Be in your feelings, whatever the fuck it may be. But after that 48 hours, as a fan, we got to dump it, wash it, and get back to handling business. Got to go see Atlanta Sunday, another divisional game. So that's it. That's all I got. What you got?
Nothing. See y'all in Atlanta.
Perfect. I don't think that it's appropriate to play music for our outro this week. So, again, if you made it this far, shout out to y'all. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell notification on. If you haven't tapped in with us on social media, @For Panthers Fans Only, Instagram, TikTok, all DSPs, forpanthersfansonly.com, For Panthers Fans Only on ChatGPT and Google. That's it.